All right. Hello, friends. It's time for another Journal with Balanced. And this time we're going to go into something that's a little bit more unconventional, but I'm going to give you a little reason of why I chose to do this. So today we're having a solar eclipse in the new moon. And now you're asking yourself, oh, okay, she's going to dive into astrology and stuff like that. Actually, not really. I will tell you why I've chosen to do this. So, if you look at what a new moon is, a new moon is the lunar phase that occurs when the moon is between the earth and the sun, and the illuminated side of the moon faces away from the earth, making it appear invisible from earth. So that is a new moon. Basically, whether you believe in astrology or not, a new moon is the beginning of a new lunar cycle. Just as the female cycle is 28 days, so is the lunar cycle. And as we are made up of majority of water, the moon has a very deep gravitational pull on our bodies, and especially the female body. Not meaning that this is only for females, absolutely not, but if you are female and if you have a cycle, then definitely the gravitational pull of the moon might be felt very strong in your body. So I also mentioned that today is a hybrid solar eclipse, and a solar eclipse is an astronomical event that occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, blocking all or part of the sun's rays and creating a shadow on the earth. What does this mean? So the hybrid solar eclipse new moon in the zodiac sign Aries is so potent because it combines the transformative energy of solar eclipse with the initiating assertive qualities of Aries, creating a powerful opportunity for new beginnings, taking bold action towards personal growth and transformation. So, based on the inspiration from the zodiacs, based on the inspiration of astronomical and celestial events, we can actually feel it just as we feel seismic events happening in our bodies. So, whether you're skeptical or not, a new beginning, a new moon is a perfect time to sit down and just set new intentions. It's basically going back to ancient times where the ancient humans were following those lunar cycles as their calendars. So, right now, we are living in an age of the sun. Meaning that we have a different type of calendar. And if you look back in ancient times, the ancients, they were following the lunar cycles, having that as their celestial calendar. So even looking at the zodiac signs were the calendar. So Aries was the beginning of the new year, while Pisces was the end of the year, with every zodiac sign having a full month. That is the old way of seeing calendars. And in the time of the Romans, in order to convert the pagans into Christianity, there was a new way of seeing the calendar. There was 3 new months added, and there was a seasonal change also in the calendars. Because if you look at the old lunar zodiac sign calendar, the year starts with the spring, not in the midst of winter. Well, as for us now, the Roman calendar that we are using, that is the new year starts in January. It still starts in midwinter, right? So it's very interesting to see how we have changed our ways as human beings into follow the indoctrinations of the new world, the new ways. But also, if you look at the old ancient times, humans were a lot more aligned with nature and the seasonal changes. So, whatever you want to bring to the table from this, as I mentioned, this is not going into astrology or horoscope reading. No, it's about engaging into the energies that are surrounding us right now, meaning that we are in the beginning of a new season. And we are in the beginning of a new zodiac calendar year. And also, today is a new lunar moon. And this is also the first solar eclipse of the year, which makes it also kind of, giving you that extra transformative energy. So if we play around with the energetic flows, we can create some journaling prompts that can help us to be more authentic and more in tune with what is actually going on in the world right now, and also more in tune with how our body is handling these energetic changes. And there is debatable if science can, back up all of these events. But one thing that is 100% clear: yes, we are affected by a lot of celestial events. We are affected by seismic activity. We are affected by the tides and pools. So, with that said, let's get into the journaling prompts. So, the journaling prompts have the inspiration of the new moon and the solar eclipse. And another thing that you can think about during this time is what to do. So, this is the perfect time, my friends, to take time for introspection and self reflection, journaling, meditation, or any other practice that helps you connect with your inner self. All of this can be particularly helpful during this energetic time. You can set your intentions for the new beginnings and take action towards your goals. The energy is particularly supportive of taking initiative and making bold changes in your life. And stay grounded and centered. The intensity of this time can be overwhelming, so make sure to prioritize self care practices that help you stay balanced and calm. So, what to watch out for? Avoid making impulsive decisions. While the energy of the eclipse is supportive of taking action, it's important to make sure that your decisions are grounded in your values and intentions rather than impulsiveness. Watch out for power struggles and conflicts. The intensity of this time can bring up issues related to control and power, so it's important to remain neutral and practice compassion in your interactions with others. Avoid getting too caught up in the intensity of this energy. Remember to take breaks, stay grounded, and prioritize self care practices that help you stay balanced and centered. So, I can tell you, ever since I was a teenager, I've always been very sensitive to the moon, especially during the new moon and during the full moon, meaning that my body reacted to the tide and pull of the moon. So I do believe that there is a scientific proof to this. It's just that no one has invested in seeing what it actually does. And since it's majority women who have this bodily sensitivity, women are kind of hard to make study cases on because we're in constant change and motion. So, again, take it for what it is and see if you can get something out of the journaling prompts. So, see this as a fun way to start something new. So, let's go into this new beginning and let's dive into the first journaling prompt. Reflect on a time when you faced a significant change or transformation. What did you learn from that experience? And how did it shape who you are today? So, this is a moment here for you to go back into time, see if you can remember a time where you faced the change or transformation, and what did you learn from that experience, and how did it shape you of who you are today? So I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. And if you need more time, you can, of course, pause the recording and go deeper into it. And I'm here with you, journaling with you. All right, moving on with the next question. So if you consider the celestial events that have had a significant impact on human history, what lessons can we learn from the observations and interpretations of these events by ancient civilizations? So whether you are a believer or not, go back and see what type of significant impact the celestial events have had on human history, and what lessons can we learn from the observations and interpretations of these events by ancient civilizations. For example, I can give you an example. Like usually when it was a new moon, there was a significant time for setting new intentions for the new month. And when it comes to solar eclipses was like a symbol of something coming to an end, whether it is a power change, a power struggle, or a powerful leader losing his grip on his people. That was a symbolic event. So let's take 2 minutes for this one, because I don't think that we need to dive deeper into it. Well, looking back at the moon calendar and the sun calendar, if you look at the explanation of what moon is a symbolic term for your inner world, while the sun is your external self. And as I mentioned before, we are living in a time where the sun is the powerful leader. It's a masculine time, right? And the moon was the feminine. So maybe for me, for example, at the time of the ancient civilizations, they were more in tune with nature, they were more in tune with the cells, while the time of the masculine and the sun is this constant drive for power and for wealth, um, involving us not listening to our body's needs. Just a little my perspective there. All right, the next question. How does the idea that our lives are connected to the movements of the planets and the stars resonate with you? Do you find comfort in this concept, or do you feel skeptical about its validity? This is a very interesting question. Now you have the biggest opportunity here to really write down if this resonates with you or not. All right, friends, going into the next one. Now we're going to go deeper into your inner world. So putting away that external, diving a little bit deeper. So what are some habits or dependencies that you need to let go of in order to embark on a journey of self-discovery? What steps can you take to cultivate the courage and assertiveness needed for this transformation? Let's take 2 minutes. So the next question is, in what ways can you use the energy of the solar eclipse in Aries to refine your plans and move forward with clarity? How can you stay grounded and centered during this intense period of astrological activity? And just a little background. So this is a potent time for transformation, for change, for setting new intentions. Good job, everyone. All right, so we have 3 more to go. What unexpected opportunities have you encountered recently, and have you responded? How have you responded to them? How can you remain open to new possibilities and embrace the unknown in your life? Bless you. That was my partner, guys, if you heard. Oh, live. All right, so what role does journaling play in your personal growth and development? How can you use this practice to connect with your inner self and set intentions for the future? Now, you guys, if you know me, you know that journaling is a huge part of my life. And I am now sharing my love for this with you, hoping that it will create a lot of new opportunities for you to get to know yourself a little bit better. So what role does journaling play in your personal growth and development? And how can you use this practice to connect with your inner self and set intentions for the future? And now, my friends, it's time for the last one. What are some self-care practices that can help you stay balanced and calm during this time of intense change and transformation? How can you prioritize these practices into your daily routine? Now, if you have been following Balance for a while, you know that we are all about cultivating healthy habits to help us achieve that balanced life. So, if you have not cultivated those habits yet, here is your chance to write them down. So, what are some self care practices that help you stay balanced and calm during these times? And how can you prioritize these practices in your daily routine? So remember, if you feel that you didn't have enough time for the questions, you can always pause the recording and take some more time for yourself. Like I said, I'm trying out something new. So the journaling for the beginning of each month is definitely something that I love, because it kind of puts the old month into perspective and it sets your intention for the new month. But I love following the celestial and the seismic events, and also draw inspiration from the energies that are basically stemming from an old ancient time. So if you enjoyed this, and if you want me to continue doing journaling prompt videos like this, give me a little comment. Is there anything else that is more specific that you would like me to focus on? Yeah, let me know, and I'm here to serve and to guide. And remember, it starts with you taking action. So whatever resonates with you, take action. When you start taking action, you are taking control of your life and you are moving towards the direction of achieving more balance in your life. I'll see you guys in the next one, and that will be for the beginning of May, to say goodbye to April and to say hello to May. So I'm looking forward to that one. See you guys.